we've always kind of wondered what it's like for people who have to tour, or who get the wonderful opportunity of touring with Andrew. What is it like? So that's what we wanted to ask you.
What is he really like?
Oh, mercy.
Well, Andrew and I share a bunk on the bus, and so that's really
very
close.
tiny bunk.
Yeah, there you go. Now, we toured together, golly. It's interesting to me, the question's interesting because I feel like Andrew and I toured together when we were both so young. And I mean, how old were we? 98 was the first tour that we did. And I had been playing music for 3 or so years by then. You were in your first year or two playing music, weren't you?
Yeah, like going for it, yeah.
Yeah, and so we were both in our early 20s. And I just feel like we were such different creatures at that point. We really were. We had a blast. It was fun. What?
Neither of us had kids yet. We thought, you know, we were making money for the first time in our lives, you know, and we were like, wow, this is the dream.
It was the dream.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it was this band called Caveman's Call. Do you guys remember Caveman's Call? And they were so generous. Like, and Michael Card was this way with you, I know, Sarah. They just said that we just happened to just fall into that world at the right moment when they didn't have an opener, and they said, come on the road. And we were these like fresh out of college kind of kids, you know, and just had an indie record that my grandma helped me record it, and she didn't help me record it. Yeah, she gave me the money. My grandma was this awesome producer. No, but we were just so fresh and green, and so we're very different people now than we were.
Yeah. I feel like in a lot of ways now, as we're older, I think things sort of happen in these kind of moments where we all, like Sarah and I last run, I got to catch up for an hour or two in the front lounge of the bus when we woke up one morning, and everybody else had already gone, so we just were having coffee and sat and had my good chance to kind of reconnect, which I loved. And I think those things happen now. It's not like, hey, it's a big gang of people and we're all touring together and we all go do things together or whatever. Andrew disappears most days for a while, which is good.
Right, because he's writing his fourth book.
He disappears to write. Sarah and Troy usually find time to be with each other every day at some point. I kind of do my own loner thing. We all kind of have our space that we need, whatever that looks like. And then I feel like it's kind of marked by these moments where we all sort of, either individually or a pair or even a group at times, have these really beautiful moments and conversations that are rich. And it's not like we sit around and pray together all day, but we have moments where we pray together. And it's not like we sit around and talk all day, but we have these beautiful times, I feel like, where I, sort of as an observer, get to sit and watch these people who I think are really great minds have these conversations that really matter. And it's so I love that, but it's never planned, and it just happens when it happens, and it doesn't. I think we're all comfortable enough with ourselves individually and with each other there's nothing forced anymore. And I feel like when we were young, it was like, hey, we're going to see Harvard Yard, do you want to come, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
we'd all get in the cab and whatever, and so it was this pressure to not miss anything. And now I feel like we're all kind of in our own spaces that have these beautiful little kind of intersections, even on the road.
It's a great way to put it.
Yeah, I read this little Beatles blurb about the Beatles and how when they first started touring together, they were so excited, and so it was so fun for them that they would all end up like brushing their teeth in the same bathroom together at the hotels. Like, isn't that a funny picture? The four Beatles, like, hey, this hotel great, yeah, I'm like all excited. And that's how I think of like our first days touring together. It's just such a wonderful experience to get to be on a bus. But after a while, like my favorite thing is to be in a town like Lancaster is this beautiful little town. I actually typically hijack a car from somebody who's working here and say, hey, can I borrow your car? I'll give you a CD, and then I drop off the map for a few hours. Because I think we're all, are not terribly extroverted. Like, well, you might be.
No, I never know. I kind of fall in the middle of those deals.
I think somebody said one time you could tell.
I need my alone time too.
Yeah, if you're an extrovert, after a party, are you energized or are you exhausted?
I do love talking to people.
Yeah.
I do love talking to people too, but I am exhausted.
I hate talking to people. I'm just kidding. I really do like it. It's good. But I crave alone time. Like like the thought of after the show being over, going out and just laying down in that cornfield. Sounds wonderful to me, to just hide and just be alone, like I crave that kind of time.
Yeah.